The NBA playoffs, one of the greatest times to be an NBA fan. The time of the year where the world is watching and the best NBA players are on your national television channels. This year playoffs is set to be one of the best playoffs to happen in recent years. And today I am going to talk about it. First, starting off with the play-in. So for the Western Conference play-in, it's the Lakers versus the Pelicans, and it's the Warriors versus the Kings. Let's start off with Kings v Warriors. So of course, as we all know, the Warriors and Kings have a little bit of a history now, where the Kings, a young up-and-coming team making the playoffs for the first time in over 1,000 years, took the dynasty dubs to 7 games in the NBA playoffs. And now they meet up again in the NBA play-in. So this series is going to be a little close because the Warriors, they haven't been really good this season. And the Kings have been just a tad bit better. So for this series, I'll never bet against Steph. I got the Warriors winning this series, and I advancing on to the 8th seed. Now we move on to the Los Angeles Lakers versus the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, Lakers v Pelicans. So this season, the Lakers have been pretty decent despite all the things that was going on with the team, like Darvin Ham not being able to coach, Roy Hachimura not getting consistent minutes, and things of that nature. But they also had a healthy Anthony Davis, and as we all know, that is scary. This season, Anthony Davis played a total of 76 out of 82 games, and he was pretty damn good. And despite everything that was going on with the Lakers, they still was able to win 47 games, 3 games off of 50 games, even after starting off the season a little bit slow. And of course, they have LeBron James, even at age 39, is still dominating and wrecking the league. He shot 41% from 3 this season. That is insane. He shot higher than Stephen Curry. But in this series against the Pelicans have been a pretty good team, but they slipped down just a tad bit. They were a top 6 team at one point in the NBA, but now they're in the play-in facing the Lakers, and this team is a young team, but I do believe they will put up a fight with the Lakers, especially since Zion also has been healthy this season. Brandon Ingram been pretty good, and CJ McCollum been pretty good. And of course, they got guys like Herb Jones, and they got GTA on their team, Jose Alvarado. So this is going to be a close game, but I do have the Lakers come out on top and win over the 7th seed, facing the Denver Nuggets in the second round. Whoa, the second seed Denver Nuggets in the first round. That was a yap session, but now let's move on to the Eastern Conference, where one of the playing games will be the 76ers versus the Miami Heat. And of course, never bet against playoff Jimmy. I got the Heat winning this. The Heat always just shows up when it's playoff time. They may slip and fall during the regular season, but when it's playoff time, they on go mode. I believe in Jimmy, and I believe he will beat the Sixers and make Embiid cry once again. Now they advance to the NBA playoffs. And now move on to the Hawks versus the Bulls. So Trae Young, when it's the playoffs, always been pretty good, especially in the play-in. Trust me, I know 2022 Cavs versus the Hawks, Trae Young was fucking amazing. And I think he's going to be amazing again against the Chicago Bulls, beat them, and now they officially will make the playoffs. Now let's talk about some of the favorites during this playoffs. One of the favorites, of course, are going to be the Boston Celtics. If Jay could get it done any year, this year is the year. It was clear-cut the best team in the NBA. It was a bigger difference between the first and second seed in the East than the first and 8th seed with the West. That is fucking insane. The Celtics went on a tear. They went 64-18. Had one of the best defensive teams in the league, and of course one of the best offensive teams in the league, and are being led by Jason Tatum, who is an MVP candidate. By the way, he's not gonna get that. That team is too goddamn good for him to be the MVP, because they damn sure could have won games without him. This team consists of guys like Kristaps Porzingis, who is having a revival of a year, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Peyton Pritchard. This team is pretty goddamn good. I just said Peyton Pritchard, but he had a pretty good last game in game 82. Also can't forget guys like Derek White and Al Horford, who are key pieces to this Celtics team. This team is the team to do it. This is the team to finally help the Celtics win their first championship since 2008. Moving on to another favorite, which is the New York Knicks. That boy Jalen Brunson is a bad man. And in the playoffs, he's even better. Trust me, I know. Last year's playoffs, that man went off. So, the Knicks, it's really all on Tom Thibodeau because, as we know, he puts a lot of wear and tear on his players, and that will show during the playoffs, especially as the longer they go. But I do believe the Knicks have a great chance of finally winning it all since 1912. So, moving on to another favorite. This one is in the West, which might come as a surprise. Or should it? Because them boys been good this year. The OKC Thunder, they locked down the #1 seed. Nobody expected that. I'm pretty sure I said the Thunder would be a playoff team, but the #1 seed, that was unexpected. I thought they would be a sixth, maybe seventh seed this year, but they locked down the #1 seed. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is having an incredible year. Chet Holmgren, one of the best rookies of this year. And then Jalen Williams, they both are hoopers. As Josh Giddey, we don't speak on him. This team is pretty good. But also, this is the first time Shea Gilgeous-Alexander will be in the playoffs as a #1 option, which that will show during the playoffs. And they may have to face the Warriors or the Kings, two teams who already have a bit of playoff experience. Another favorite, which is always going to be a favorite to me, no matter what seed they are the Cleveland Cavaliers. This season, the Cleveland Cavaliers have a lot to prove and a lot on their plate. This season, we have to get it done, or at least make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, which I think we will do. So, let's talk about the team. Donovan Mitchell, before his little injury, was one of the best players in basketball. Oh my gosh, he carried us to like a 17-18-1 record while Darius Garland and Evan Mobley was out with injuries, making us the second seed up until that point. And then he had a little injury, a little bump in the road, and then he comes back. Now he's not in the MVP race no more, but that's neither here or there. But Donovan Mitchell, of course, one of the best players in the NBA, and I believe to be the best guard in basketball today. And then we have guys like Sam Merrill and George Niang coming off the bench. Now George Niang is sometimes trash coming off the bench. I'm not gonna lie, it's iffy. If he's not hitting those shots, he's not doing anything. But Sam Merrill is one of the best shooting players coming off the bench in today's league. And of course, we have guys like Karis LeVert, who's having that 6 minute of the year run. Then we have guys like Isaiah Cole, who improved a lot over last season. And of course, we have Jared Allen for us, who has been pretty dominant during the last couple of runs of the season, especially after the All-Star break when he came back. Oh my God. Double-double after double-double after double-double, and proving that he is still one of the best centers in basketball today. Some of the sneaky contenders we got are the Timberwolves. I don't think they're going to do too much damage in the playoffs, but that's just my opinion, of course. But I don't really believe in them all too much. And then we have the Los Angeles Clippers, who are playing the best basketball they played during the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard era, but I don't really believe in them either. So there's not much I can say on that team. We have the Suns, three of the best scorers in basketball today. I also do not believe in them. But then we have the Magic. I believe in Luka. I will never bet against Luka. I think the Mavs and the Clippers, in that series, I think the Mavs are going to come out on top. And then Kyrie, of course, has been playing some of the best basketball in his career up to this point. So I do have a little belief in the Mavericks. I mean, hey, look what Luka did in 2022 with that roster. He took the future NBA champions to like 6 or 7 games in that series with a way worse roster. I have a reason to believe in Luka Doncic this year with an even better roster than that roster was in 2022. Now back over there to the East, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. If Dame wants to win a title, this is the year to do it. But I don't think the Bucks are going to beat the Celtics. I don't think they'll beat the Knicks. And I don't think they'll beat the Cavaliers, of course. And then we go on to the Pacers. The Pacers are going to be out in the first round. Of course, they play the Bucks. I don't think the Pacers are going to make it forward. They might get a game off of the Bucks, but they're going to get bounced. Nobody would care. The Magic, they're going to get swept against the Cavaliers, of course. Losing that series in 4 games, I don't believe in the Magic. But hey, it is only the beginning of April. We have a long way to go when it comes to the basketball stuff. But with that being said, that's all I got for this video. And by the way, recently, I hit 600 subs. And now I'm almost to 700. I appreciate that. Thanks for helping me out. Thanks for trying to see me grow. I appreciate it a lot. But with that being said, that's all I got for the video. I am out.